Hello guys, we are on Module 5, Lesson 15. For today's homework, you're going to have to find the measurements. Sometimes they're just going to give you like an equation and you have to find the measurements. So I'm going to kind of help take you step by step in case you're confused on what the question is asking. I'm not going to solve it for you, but I am going to tell you what they're asking for so that you can pause this as you go and do your homework. This is the homework sheet and you can go through step by step with me. For problem number 1, it says the width of a picnic table is 3 times its length. If the length is 5/6 of a yard long, what is the area of the picnic table in square feet? So we have to take 2 steps to get to the area. First, we need to figure out what the width is. The width is going to be 3 times the length. If our length is 5/6 of a yard, the key word here is 3 times the length. What are we going to have to do to make the width? What are you going to multiply by in order to find the width? And then you've got your length. Once you've got those two measurements, the width and the length, then what you're going to do is you're going to take the number, the answer that you got for the width, whatever 3 times the length is, and then multiply that number by 5/6 of a yard. That will give you the area of the picnic table. Don't forget about your label. Make sure you've got that. And remember, when you're multiplying, if you've got a mixed number, you want to turn that mixed number into an improper fraction so that you can go ahead and multiply numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. So if you have your, let's say the answer of the width is, I'm making this up, 1 1/2. You'd have to multiply the denominator, which is 2. Multiply that by the whole number, which is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. And then you would add the numerator, which is 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So it would be 3/2 times 5/6. Now I made that width up, so whatever, I'm just telling you so that when you go to multiply, that you know how to solve for this. Okay, remember that you're turning that mixed number into an improper fraction. Okay, for number 2 now. Number 2 says a painting company will paint this wall of a building, and this is the wall here that they're talking about. The owner gives them the following dimensions. Here are the dimensions over here. It's saying window A and what the dimensions are, window B, window C, and window D, okay? Or the door for D. Now, you will have to solve for each one of these letters. As you can see, when you're painting the wall of the building, are we going to paint the windows and the door? No, we're not going to paint the windows and the door. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to find the area of each of these 4 shapes. And are we going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide that from the total area of this wall? This has the dimensions of the length and the width, technically the height, but we're just finding like length times width, okay? We're going to find the length times the width, get that answer, and then we're either going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide the answers to these from the total answer of the wall. That's going to give us what the area of the wall is that they need to paint, giving us how much paint they're going to need. All right, if you are confused about that, make sure to email me if you have any questions, but it's the same thing we've always been doing. For window A, it says 6 1/4 foot times 5 3/4 feet. Remember, a lot of you are forgetting to multiply every single part of those numbers. So instead, for window A, let me open with Cami real quick. For window A, you're going to want to put down you're going to find the improper fractions, okay? Because that's going to help us when we multiply. So once again, the denominator times the whole number. So what is 4 times 6? 24. And then 24 plus the numerator now is 25. That means you're going to have 25/4 multiplied by, now let's figure out what the improper fraction is for 5 3/4. We take the denominator times the whole number. 4 times 5 is 20. And then we're going to add the numerator, 3, so that becomes 23. So we have 23 over 4. You are going to multiply these to figure out what the total area of window A is. So that means when you multiply these, it's numerator times numerator, which is 25 times 23, and then denominator times denominator, which is 4 times 4. You'll get that answer, and then you can convert it back to your mixed number if you'd like, or keep it as an improper fraction to be able to quickly add up all of your measurements. That's totally up to you, okay? If that doesn't make sense, let me know, but you're going to find, once again, total area of each of these windows and doors, get a total altogether of all 4 of them so that we know that's how much we are not going to paint. And then you have to do another step of finding the length times width of the total walls area. And then are we adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing this number from the total wall? Okay, moving on to the last problem, number 3. This one is asking us a decorative wooden piece is made up of 4 rectangles as shown to the right. So these are the 4 rectangles. It says the smallest rectangle measures 4.5 inches by 7 3/4 inches. As we can see, we know that this is the smallest one, this is the next biggest, then this one, then this one. So we could label it and say this is shape A, and then this one's shape B. Let me put it in here. Shape B. Oops, B. Shape C. And then shape D. Okay, so it says here the smallest rectangle measures 4.5 by 7 3/4 inches. So I'm just going to write down for A, down here for you, this equals 4.5 times half times 7 3/4 inches. That's A. You need to figure out the length times width. Remember, we're turning these mixed numbers into improper fractions first so you can multiply them easier. If you like the other way, go ahead and do it, but I was finding that many of you were forgetting every single number to be multiplying by, so turning it into an improper fraction seemed to be the best way. The next part says, if 2 1/4 inches are added to each dimension, right here, guys, this key thing, each dimension, as the rectangles get larger, what is the total area of the entire piece? What they're saying here is that when you get to shape B means that it's going to get 2 1/4 inches bigger with each measurement, its length and its width. So that means if A was 4.5 here, what is 2 1/4 added to that? So you're basically going to have to say for this one, 4 1/2 plus 2 1/4. And then we're going to multiply that by, and then we need to figure out what the width is. If we're going to add 2 1/4 onto the width, we're going to take 7 3/4 plus now 2 1/4. We're adding on 2 1/4 to the length and the width of every single one. So when it comes to shape C, now you're going to add on from shape B. You're going to add 2 1/4 on to shape C. So you're going to take the 4.5, or I'm sorry, whatever this answer is. You're going to take whatever you got from this 4.5 plus 2 1/4. Remember, in order to add fractions, you need to find a common denominator. That's the first thing. So this is going to be a tricky one and it's a lot of steps, but please take your time. Find a common denominator, add these up. Whatever you get as your answer here, it's that answer plus 2 1/4. And then when you get to the width, it's whatever this total answer is plus 2 1/4 to give you what C is. And you'll do the same thing with D. You'll take whatever you got for the total answer of the length in C and add 2 1/4 to that for the length and the width for D. You're not done there though. That's a lot of steps. Once you get the area of each of those individual shapes, it asks you, the total question says, what is the total area of the entire piece? Okay? Don't forget that. It's the entire piece, guys. So then when you're finding the entire piece, are you going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide all those answers? Think about it, the entire piece. If you're trying to get it, if we divide it, we're making that smaller, so that's not going to work. If we multiply it, it means that we're going to get more than what we should have. So it brings us down to, are we going to subtract those numbers or are we going to add them to figure out what the total area of the entire piece is? Okay, if you need to, repeat this video again, slow it down, pause it. This should help walk you through everything that you need to know. If you do have any questions though, feel free to reach out, okay? I want to make sure you're totally understanding this, but take your time and hopefully this video helps give you insight to the steps that you need to take. All right, guys, have a great day.